Good morning, guys. One second. So, yeah, okay, and let me. So today we'll see like how do we record script using create a script using Jmeter. Okay, yeah. No. So we have seen basic elements of Jmeter, right? So like thread group sampler. What is thread group? It is scenario name. So if I want to create a script, I need to add a thread group. Samplers are your request. Anyway, JMeter will capture this request. Listeners, where we need to see the results. Okay, till these three, if you understand, that's fine for the time being. So let us uh, first let me open a blank JMeter script You know how to open, you know, right? Just go to the bin directory and open JMeter or create a what do you call shortcut with that bin directory. Like go to your Apache folder, go to bin. Here, you just open, double click on this open or create a shortcut of this file, put that. And also, you need to uh, add some extensions like, plugins. Okay. So what are the plugins you need to add? Those things anyway, I'll share. When you open blank, you'll get this JMeter like this. So first of all, just open a JMeter. I will write the steps to create our first Jmeter using proxy. Okay. As I said, any monitoring tool is what? It is a proxy. So you need to, I would say, you need to use system proxy for capturing this Jmeter, request, like, any traffic that we need to capture, right? So what we are trying to do here, as I described, see, you will just, we have installed Jmeter, right? Now, whatever the actions you perform using your this thing, I mean, browser, this JMeter will capture all the requests and what are the response that is coming from the server, it will capture and it will generate the script. That is how the JMeter will work. Let us see how to generate the script. first of all, we need to select one application to create script, right? So here we'll start with the basic application. This placeDemo.com, wherein we will just placeDemo.com, and we need to know which scenario you're going to record. So the scenario is, first you launch the application, select the cities, click on find flights, and choose any of the airlines you want. Then enter your details, click on purchase. Simple. And once finished, go back home. This is the scenario. Okay. So this scenario, I want to create a script using Jmeter. So before you proceed, you need to first of all you document the flow, like with the Excel. For each action, I have given a transaction name. So this one, flight booking. When you launch, the transaction name is launch. Here the transaction name is find flight. So this is the process and the company standards we need to follow. So in every transaction will start with your project name, scenario name, so that all your scenarios will start with the same project name, same script name. Only the end part would be the different. Why? I have already told you. When we generate the report, normally you will not run one script in real time. Okay, you will run multiple scripts. So you want to sorting should not be a problem. So that's why you need to mention this. Okay, we already discussed. Let me open a sample report and show you. Normally, when you generate any report, this is for load runner report, but normally it will generate like this. Okay, so here sometimes you'll have multiple scripts. Stress test report and open. Once again. Yeah. These reports are with single. These are the single script. Yeah. See here, normally when you run any performance test execution, you will not run one scenario. Here you have multiple application, multiple scenarios. One is orange HR. This is a separate scenario. Blaze demo is separate. Product store is separate. Flight booking is separate, right? When you generate the scenario, how do you this report should be in a proper order, right? All the what I would say, flight booking transactions should be one side, retail application should be one side, HR application. When I just sort by the transaction name, you can see all, because every application has launch login. Every application will have launch, right? If I don't give this name, right, all you'll have the launch. So client will get confused, right? Which launch belongs to which application? This product store launch. This is flight booking launch. Okay, this and one more thing, like Orange HR also will have a launch login. So we should not have any confusion when we generate the report. So for that purpose, you need to follow these standards. I will share this document. No need to prepare for you. You can use this for your script preparation. Okay. So for all the scenarios I have done. Now, let us start with the script recording. First step is what? That's one. Step one. Enable the system proxy. System manual on your laptop. So how do you enable the system proxy? Just go to your start button, right? Just type proxy settings. I think this is one. Yes, just I mean, just type proxy settings. Okay, just you'll get this proxy. Here, you need to enable the manual proxy setup. Okay, and next step is so, so local host under manual proxy. So what do you mean by this? So here, when you enable the manual proxy, you need to mention this your local host address. Okay, and port number you can give any port number. I can give 8181 8888. We discussed, right? Jmeter also need to and use the proxy port number. Okay, you can give 488181 any number, but don't give 8080. Okay, yeah, you port number example. Right, then we need to save it. I've given, right? So when I save this, I'll put this in the chat also. It's too slow. Okay, I'll do that later. Now you guys can see it, right? System proxy. Now you just save this and close it. Okay. Okay. The reason is when I enable the system proxy, internet will not work. Say, says no internet. Why? Because when you enable the manual proxy, what happens is we are just closing all the doors. We discussed, right? What is proxy? Proxy is nothing but a door point, right? So here, when I enable manual proxy, here what I'm doing is I am closing all the doors. Oh, here, this is, let us assume this is your system, and you need to connect to the uh, internet, right? So here I'm closing all the doors. I'm just opening one door called 8181. This is for Jmeter or system, right? So here in Jmeter also we need to mention the same port number. So when I open enable manual proxy on your system, it will block the internet on your browser. Means it will closing all the doors. So if I want to come out, you need to open one door. So that door number is 8181. Now, when I with the Jmeter, when I mentioned that, see here, this HTTP works with default port number 8080. That's why it is not working. Now I need to uh, enable that 8181. So we'll give that 8181 port number in your Jmeter. Through that, we will capture the script. Okay, so there's a process. First step, what we did, we have closed all the doors by giving the port number and localhost. So it will block the internet. So next thing is open Jmeter test plan, right? And then add thread group, that is your scenario name or script name, and add the transactions under thread group. Let's go back to our Jmeter. This is a test plan, right? Simple empty Jmeter. Here you just need to add a thread group is not our script name. Just remember like that for time being. So this is our script name. You can give your name. You can give your name like this is a project name, right? Test plan, you can give it as your project name. Okay. This is your scenario name. What is the scenario? We are doing the flight booking, right? Now, under this scenario, we have the transactions, right? So you better add all the transactions. So how do I add our transactions? Right click and logical controller, transaction controller. So how many transactions we have? Here we have 5, right? So these 5. So I can add them. Just give them, right? Here in Jmeter, you can just do any element you can copy and paste. Just Control C will copy. Here I want to paste Control V. 4, 5. So I'll just rename each one. This one name is Fine Flex, and this one is choose the right. And this one is, you can just copy and paste any name. Choose, then purchase. At last is, this is a flow, right? That flow I am adding as a transaction name, right? What is the next step? Let us come back here. I have added a thread group and add transactions under the thread group. Next one is we need to create a script record. You need to add a test script recorder from non under non-test elements from non-test elements of test plan. What is a test script recorder? If I want to create a script, I need a script recorder, right? So right click on your test plan and under non-test elements, you'll have a test script recorder. Okay. So for the time being, we'll disable the proxy. I copy this, yes. Now my browser internet will work. I just need to copy this. When you enable manual proxy, internet will not work on your browser only. If internet doesn't work, we cannot have this class, right? It is blocking all the ports on your browser, not on your laptop internet connectivity. Just remember this. Okay, come back. Where are we? Yes. And we need to add the test script recorder. Here. So to this test script recorder, actually you need to mention the port number. So which port number you will mention? You will mention the same port number which you have mentioned in your proxy, right? So here I need to mention same port number. Don't mention another one, 8181. Here if you want, you can mention the server name, domain name. What is the application you are trying to test? www dot. This is not mandatory, but it will capture all the requests of this domain only, this server only through this port number. Okay, so here uh, when I enable internet directly will not work. Only when I start this Jmeter proxy or Jmeter test script recorder, then only internet will start working on your browser. Okay, so next thing is what? Come back to our steps. We have added a test script recorder. Give the same port number which is been in manual proxy settings. Example 8181. Okay, and then next thing is here under this test script recorder, you need to select the target controller. So target controller means when you start recording, we will record in an order, right? First launch, then find flights, then choose. So when you click start button, Jmeter will capture the request from the server. So when you launch request will be captured, right? So you need to select the target controller. What is the first request? Launch. So always you put first request as a target based on the actions we are doing. You just need to come here and change. I want to capture the request for find flights. So select this one. Then when you record, the scripts will be saved under find flights. So what is the first transaction? Launch. So always put the first one here as a target controller name. Controller name as the first transaction. Okay. And the next thing is any settings you want to do. And then the next thing is you need to add a next thing is you need to generate a root certificate. So Jmeter, it acts as a server, okay? So when you are blocking all the network or all the internet, how do you think your system will authenticate? Like, no, it thinks that this is not any hacker attack or malicious attacks, right? It can be like any third party attack. So you need to authenticate by using some certificate that is called root certificate. The next thing is you need to generate root certificate by clicking on start button for the first time. So I want to generate a root certificate. That certificate you need to use for enabling, for authentication. So how do you generate a root certificate? You just need to click on start button. You don't need to do anything. Just open test script recorder, click on start button. So it will generate the root certificate. So when I just click on this start button for the first time, you should get this pop-up. If you don't get the root certificate pop-up, that means you are doing something wrong. So maybe this is not properly selected. Yeah, you should get this pop-up for the first time. Then just click on OK. Root CS certificate, and just for a few seconds after that, it will disappear. Just click on start button. It will generate the root certificate. So that generated certificate will be in bin folder. Okay. Next step is add the root certificate saved under bin folder of Jmeter, right? Software Jmeter folder. Okay. Add that certificate to browser, or I can say install. Install that certificate to browser. So how do I install? That we'll see. The root certificate will be saved under bin folder of Jmeter. Install that certificate to browser. For the first time, you just need to start and do nothing, okay? Then go to your Jmeter where you have saved your Jmeter. Go to your Jmeter folder. This is my Jmeter folder, right? Here under bin directory, you will see this Apache Jmeter temporary root certificate CA. You should see this. For the first time when you install or download the Jmeter, you will not see this. This we need to generate. How do you generate? By just clicking on this start button. When I click on the start button for the first time, that root certificate will be generated. Now we need to install that root certificate in the browser. I've already installed, but I'll tell you how to install the root certificate. Just go to the browser. Okay. Here go to, if it is Chrome, go to settings. Here type proxy. not security, not proxy. Security is turned off. Shine. Did I turn off the proxy? Okay, you can still. Temporary certificate. The privacy and security here. On the privacy and security, you'll have this security. So here you'll have manage certificates, right? Click on this manage certificates. It will show you the manage imported certificates from Windows. Click on this. Okay, so you'll see this pop-up. Then go to trusted root certificate. Here you need to install your Jmeter. I'll explain one more time. Just go to your browser settings. When you open your browser settings, you'll see like this. Just here type security, it will take you to this security. If you don't see anything, just click on this privacy and security. Come down and click on security. Here, just click on manage certificates. Okay. Here it will say local certificates. Click on managed imported certificates from Windows. So it will open the pop-up. Under this pop-up, you need to go to trusted root certificate. So here, next step is install root certificate. Sorry. Pop-up. Okay. Under security. So here, this is just trusted root certificate, right? Just click on import. Click next. Here just need to browse and select your where it is in your bin directory. So go to the bin directory.